three simple words: we the people. We the people is where government begins. And government is about the people and their Constitution at the federal level, and here in Iowa, the Constitution that we live under, Iowa's Constitution. We the people. On Friday, April 3rd, the Supreme Court handed down its ruling concerning our statute, the Defense of Marriage Act. That day, our current governor issued a very brief paragraph. My paraphrase of his paragraph is simply, "This is a complicated and emotional issue. I will need to consult with the Attorney General and my legal counsel before I'm able to give a formal response." Friends, right then and there, I knew we were in trouble. And right then and there, I knew we can do far better than this when it comes to the person who leads in the office of governor. And several days later, we had his formal response written out. And again, my paraphrase of what our governor told us, we'll all just have to learn to live with it. Well, no, we don't. No, we don't. And I was one of the first Republicans to rise on the floor of the Iowa House and call for the immediate consideration of a resolution that we had prepared for just such a moment as that would allow the people of Iowa to answer that question once and for all: what shall our legal definition of marriage be in this state? It's a question that the people should answer for government. It is not the place of government to answer for the people. It is the people's place. Iowans deserve the opportunity to vote on that question. And I can tell you that as governor, in my first year, the people of Iowa deserve that opportunity. And if elected, in that first year, it will be a priority of my agenda, along with a couple of other priority areas. The budget, for one thing, the economy another. But it is very clear to me that the people of this state believe very strongly they should answer the question. They should get a chance to vote on that, and the General Assembly should take up that resolution and put it on its way so that the people can vote on that. That would be a priority with me in the agenda in my first year as governor. That resolution gets considered. You can vote however you want, but in the end, you are the elected officials of the people of Iowa. They deserve the respect of having you take up the resolution and vote on it. And vote on it you will. Next November, a year from this November, when you consider that general election ballot, remember that the ballot represents not only a method of electing those who will represent us in key offices, governor, Iowa Senate, Iowa House of Representatives, local positions, but as you work your way down that general election ballot, there will come a section where a question concerning retention of 3 of our current justices will come before the people. The ballot represents not only a method of electing people, friends, the ballot is also a method of holding people accountable. I think Iowans know that. But Iowans need to know that this government is their government, we the people. And everyone running for office this next year, whether it's governor or the General Assembly, should make that very clear in their messages. Government begins with we the people, and it is your responsibility and authority to hold the rest of us accountable, including those who are appointed to serve on Iowa's highest court. It was Abraham Lincoln who said that government is of the people, by the people, for the people. No one's ever said it better. That was his way of expressing what this document is all about. And those ideals and those values still stand, and they still make this country great. People come and go. Leaders come and go. But there are certain enduring truths and values that stand and make us great. One nation under God, we the people, government of the people, by the people, for the people. Friends, these are the things that strengthen us and unite us. And this next year, as I sense traveling the state of Iowa, there's a groundswell of interest like I haven't seen in a long time of people wanting to grapple with those questions once again. And all of us have an opportunity to do what we can to help remind people of what the founders thought and what they gave us and what matters most. So when it comes to the question of marriage, when it comes to the question of life, when it comes to the question of educating our children, we need to be reminded and we need to remember that these qualities that we know to be these enduring truths and values, they still guide us, they still underpin our society. This next year, there's a lot at stake. Iowa is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. You hear that from candidates all the time. It is a great place. But this next year, Iowans want to make a difference in next year's election. And it's about respect. And those who aspire to lead need to remember that those who are really in charge of government are we the people. And with Rod Roberts, that'll be a quality I will always remember, I will always value in my service to the people of Iowa. Together we can build a better Iowa for our children, for our grandchildren, an Iowa that we can be proud of, that we leave for our children and grandchildren, that will take all of us working hard, working together to make a difference. Thank you for your time this evening, an opportunity to be heard. I would appreciate your support, not only in tonight's straw poll, but in my campaign as well. It's going very well. And the exploratory phase of the campaign simply means that on July 21st, Rod Roberts decided this is something I want to pursue. So I'm traveling, I'm speaking, and I'm sharing my message with Iowans, and things are going very well, and I'm going to keep at it. Thank you again for allowing me to speak tonight.